All right, all right, all right. I know. I'm so happy to see everybody. We have a good crowd here tonight. We have our great Patriots out here. We're going to talk a little bit about our Eagles Nest update. Hashtag Eagles Nest update. Let's do it that way. We're on hashtag Freedom Corner. So, today they weren't in Congress, or their staff is. So Mickey and them had some stuff they did today, and I went to court along with our beautiful Patriots, Susie and AJ, and Gary McBride. But I'll let Mickey and them talk about what they did today.
I'll allow it. Thank you.
Well, I supervised, so that was pretty much it for me. I did hear about AJ and Susie's strip search at the security center. No, not quite, but it was pretty extensive. And so anyway, we constructed email and attached a web page and sent it to
100 Congress people. Okay. So we've been around getting cards out of the halls of Congress, and we had about 100, I think. And most of them were Judicial Committee and House Select. So we emailed all those people. It's somewhat of a private email, but it's basically asking for an investigation into not only all the deaths, but also the other violence that occurred that day, and the constitutional abuses and human rights abuses that these guys are still suffering. So our plan is to get back into the halls of Congress at least one day this week and go knock on doors and work with these staff people while the congressmen are out of town, so we can have meetings set up for when they come in town.
That's our plan.
And Nicole will tell you about some Oath Keeper trial.
Well, there was only a half day of Oath Keepers. I didn't actually go to that trial. We were going to go over after lunch and go sit with Connie and William Isaacs and stuff and see what was going on there. But before we were ever even able to get to lunch, they had a sealed session in the Proud Boys trial, and they had to cut Oath Keepers short for a day because one of the prosecutors passed out. And she happens to be the wife of a prosecutor on the Proud Boys. So, yeah, and, so they did cut Oath Keepers today. I'm assuming they'll be, back tomorrow. I haven't looked at the docket yet. We were in Proud Boys, and, Susie, what? Do you want to come down and talk about what you saw today? Oh, no, she doesn't, but they did get to see my mini heartthrob Nick Smith in action. Yes. And I've said before, I think Nick Smith is such a great lawyer, and he is very direct on his questions. He really goes at them. Today there was FBI agent, special agent
Dwight Schrute.
What?
Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute?
He looks like Dwight Schrute.
Oh, yeah, from the office. He did. He absolutely did. I can't get it out of my head now. But he is Special Agent Dubrowski or something at that effect. Yeah, super technical here. But I know. Well, I don't have it in front of me. But the reason that he's a witness is that he examined the telegram messages that the Proud Boys had. Now, these are several thousand pages of messages, and we've seen it in the Oath Keepers and Nick Smith. Well, it was actually Norm Pattis asked him. He said, "Are there many data holes in what you have?" And he said yes. And and he was also asked about by Norm Pattis the confidential human sources that they used, and he even asked, what did he say? There was were there 75 confidential human sources? And he's like, I don't know that. Were there 25 confidential human sources? And and this witness is not knowing how to ask, but he does know that there were confidential human sources placed within the Proud Boys before January 6th. So how many, we don't know. More than 5, less than 75. So, and Norm brought that out very well. And, you know, you just hear them over and over again really try to dodge the question. The FBI agent was asked by Nick Smith, you know, in this message, is it saying, are we taking the Capitol? Isn't he actually saying the plan is for the rally? And he asked him over and over again, is the plan, what does this say? Had him read it out loud. And he did not want to answer it, did he? He was like dancing around it like, well, what do you mean? The events of January 6th? And Nick Smith is like, no, what does the message say? The message says, is the plan still on for the rally tomorrow? Yes. And I mean, it's right there. And, you know, and this guy's very, very educated. One, he is a journalist. And then he went to the New York school to become a lawyer. Then he, what was the other thing? He was, oh, and he's a JAG lawyer. So he could be a prosecutor and a defense attorney. And, you know, when he's prosecuting, even though some of the rules are different, he still has that knowledge. And he is an FBI agent. He's all over the place. And he became an FBI agent in 2020, and his lover is in the room. Yeah. So, and you know, that was kind of all like a moment. And so, you know, and I just hope, although we did see jurors sleeping. Oh, sound asleep. She was sound asleep. Like this, yes, literally, like Susie's doing. The lady was out, and the juror behind her kept staring at her, like waiting for her to fall out of her chair or something. He was like looking at the witness, looking at the juror, looking at the witness. And, you know, so it was, I always feel, oh my goodness, glory be. Now, obviously, we don't know what the sealed items are about. There was some talk of it being of a subpoena, which we all know there was rumors of Pattis going to subpoena Trump. But there was also, you know, the 1776 restoration document that was put out there, and by one of the confidential human sources. They did, and then Erica gave it to, yes, right, which is entrapment, because then in the end, now they're using it against him.
Yeah, like they wrote it.
Right. So yes, it's all so corrupt. And when I left today, Carmen Hernandez was giving her a cross of the agent. So we'll come back and see what tomorrow brings for us. David, you got anything today?
No, tell us something. What you do today, David?
You said a lot of time in the webpage.
I pretty much just spent time getting a lot of the videos together to send to the congressmen and women. So that's what we got done today. We got a lot done. I think that we made some good progress.
All right. The what?
The next song's for the prosecutor.
Oh, the next song, Tommy Tatum says, our producer says that the next song is for the prosecutors.
They like the plot.
Is it Kiss My Grits?
No, this is different.
Okay.